On the 7th of November, 4 of the organization's best light heavyweights will collide, all with the same goal in mind: the #1 title contender spot.
Gideon Juggernaut Drotschie!
Incredible by Gideon Drotschie, absolutely incredible.
Champion Dalcha!
Got the underhook, but Champion Dalcha's going to put him on his back.
Raw power, Dirk. Raw power right there.
Dalcha is just another stepping stone. I'm gonna step over him and I'm gonna get the title.
I want to fight. I want to fight. I don't want to play around, dance around. No, me, I want to fight.
When you look at Champion Dalcha, you're talking about somebody that's so aggressive, always move forward, and if he wants that takedown, most of the time he's going to get that takedown. How's Drotschie going to handle that? Is he going to be able to defend the takedown and the judo prowess of Champion Dalcha, or is he going to bring that well-rounded game and dispatch a champion from the DRC? We'll find out in this matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former EFC heavyweight champion, Ruan Fangzz Potts!
Tumelo Maphutha! Oh my goodness! That would have given him some confidence.
Big shot by Maphutha.
At the end of the day, he's going to have to go to ground. If he's going to have to finish me, he's got to go to ground. So the only way he's going to be able to win the fight without going to ground is one punch, and I don't trust that one punch.
He must just keep his mouth shut and get into hexagon and fight. Stop playing around.
We know how effective Potts is. He's so dangerous once he goes to the ground. However, he has to get him to the ground. Maphutha is going to be throwing some heavy strikes, and if he tries to go in with a sloppy takedown, he may get knocked out for his intentions. This one is going to be an awesome fight, and it's a great contrast to style.
The race for the EFC light heavyweight title starts here. This is the countdown to EFC 45, proudly brought to you by BetExchange.com.
It's that time, our co-main event, a man who has been on an absolute roll until that last fight, that Gideon Drotschie from Reps MMA. This guy is an absolute beast.
He's got one of the biggest, hardest right hands in the game. Holds the record for the fastest knockout in the history of EFC.
Always, always dangerous.
Gideon Drotschie taking out Tumelo Maphutha. 20 seconds left.
Crowd is not happy.
What happened? Both of these guys have great reputations and they're great fighters. Tonight was just a mystery to everybody to what just happened.
That was absolutely crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in years and years of watching mixed martial arts. Just two guys refusing to engage.
Well, we all know what happened with Gideon Drotschie and the situation that he had with Maphutha in one of the most unentertaining fights that I've ever called.
It was a boring fight. I know it was a boring fight, so what? I stepped in there, I did what I had to do, and I got the victory. There's nothing else to say about it.
A win is a win, even if it was boring, you know. The guy deserves the chance now to go for it, you know. But obviously he's first going to fight Dalcha now, which is going to be quite a tough fight. You know, every fight is tough. And then we'll see what happens from there.
He has taken the initiative, he's gone overseas, he's sharpened up his game, and now he's back. He's ready to get back into title contention, but I'll tell you, he has a very tough test against the man that last had the title shot in Champion Dalcha. This has all the makings of a great matchup.
The former light heavyweight champion has come in for criticism from the organization. Criticism he feels might be highly unjustified.
I don't feel that I've been treated right in any way, but you know, life's not fair, and you just got to go through it and suck it up, move on.
Again, with all the bad luck that he's went through, you know, people get it down in their lives sometimes, and I think he just needs the right opportunity, and then he will show again, you know.
And against the DRC powerhouse, Champion Dalcha, Drotschie will have the perfect platform to prove that he is ready to once again take on the best in the division.
It's the fight that I want. I need a guy that pushes me a bit and tries and you know, tries to go for stuff, not like a Maphutha that stands still and waits for you to come in so that he can use his strength and counter. So I hope that the Dalcha step comes in this time.
I think because of all the stuff that he went through, and I think he's really a little bit full of it, you know. So I think he wants to prove to himself that it can be done. So I think this is really something big for him.
Champion Dalcha's undefeated streak came to an end at EFC 42 when the light heavyweight champion Norman Wessels submitted him in the second round.
Now Wessels takes Dalcha down successfully.
And he's got the back.
And this is Wessels' game right here.
That could be
He
it.
might look to finish here. He's got the arm in. He's got the
He's underneath the chin. It's going to be over.
That is it. There's absolutely no chance Dalcha can get
He
out of
has
this.
to pull the arm up. That's the only way that
Wessels
Dalcha has a
that
chance.
very, very deep right here in front of us.
He's going to pass out, Dirk. He's going to pass out.
And he taps
It's
out.
over.
Norman Wessels gets the belt quite easily. Fired up as Norman Wessels.
It didn't quite come together for you tonight. Where do you think it went wrong?
Yeah, I tried to work hard. But things happen. But anything I know does not kill you, make you strong. I'm not dead yet. I'm still strong. I'm still the champion. That's what I say.
A tough loss for Dalcha, but valuable lessons were learned. However, Dalcha knew changes had to be made before he faced the former light heavyweight champion.
So in Champion Dalcha, it's back to the drawing board. We saw what happened against Norman Wessels, obviously a huge opportunity for him. But this matchup with Gideon Juggernaut is also a very big matchup, and it could be one of the biggest fights to date for Champion Dalcha. If he can get this win over a title contender, this could be huge for him. He's changed camps. There's a lot going on in his head, in his training. Can he bring it all together and get back on the winning track?
You know what, Champion, I mean, he came to us. He was going to go home. So I said he must think about what he wants to do. And then he gave it some thought. He took some time out. He said, no, this is what he wants to do. So I said, well, we can create a team for him, a team champion. We'll build something around him. We get the elements correct, and and we'll support him.
It's good to be around nice people, enjoy what you're doing, beautiful people, they push you, be free. For me, it's good to be free and then to enjoy what you're doing. Yeah, just be around nice people.
With a new team behind him, Dalcha's teammates set to work on correcting his overall MMA game and turning Dalcha into the perfect all-round fighting machine.
He's a very strong guy. He's very naturally strong. He's trying to put a bit more of a bit of stamina and engine on him and work on that flexibility. I think if he can improve that, he's A4.
The stand-up is solid. I've been hit a few times by some of his shots. He doesn't even mean to throw them that hard, but they just come through, and you can definitely feel it. So when the striking ability, if he stands and he wants to strike, he's not going to have a problem.
There's a lot of different facets. It includes standing, it includes on your back, on the ground, on top. There's so many different positions that makes up Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling, and we're working on those aspects to improve his overall game.
With a new camp and new focus, Champion Dalcha is ready to display his re-honed skills, and a win over the former light heavyweight champion is exactly what he needs.
For me, I focus on myself. I focus on what my team give to me, what best I give to me. But for me, I'm ready. Like I always say, I'm ready. Anytime, anywhere, anyone, I'm ready. Whatever Androski, whatever who, for me, just fight. There is my job.
Now, one of the big feature bouts on the Cape Town EFC 45 card is going to be Gideon Juggernaut, the former champion, taking on the former challenger, Champion Dalcha. Going to be a fun fight. Let's talk about it, Dirk. Obviously, very explosive is Champion Dalcha, but you got to believe that maybe Gideon Juggernaut has a more well-rounded game.
Well, Gideon, I would certainly give him the advantage on a pure jiu-jitsu perspective in that game. Very, very strong, very good technical submissions. Champion Dalcha, though, he's got that judo. He is physically domineering and very, very strong. So it's going to be a great fight.
Lance, it's a dangerous spot for Lance to be in. Get the control, Donnie again. Both of his arms can't use him. Tries to set up now for the key lock. Oh, there it is! Got it! Submitted him for the key lock. Good top control shown by Gideon Drotschie. Bad spot for Opie to be in. Desperately trying to get to his feet with a minute to go. Drotschie loading! And Gideon Drotschie, Champion Dalcha! to get it to the ground. Great arm drag by Champion Dalcha.
He's got the underhook, but Champion Dalcha's going to put him on his back.
Raw power, Dirk. Raw power right there.
Well, we saw the Maphutha fight with Drotschie, and one of those, I mean, just a rough fight to watch, right? Rough fight to call for us. He was very tentative. He's not going to be able to do that with Champion Dalcha because Dalcha 100% is going to move forward. He's going to go for the kill, so Drotschie's going to have to fight.
Well, I mean, we've seen it time and time again with all of Tumelo Maphutha's fights. His opponents don't want to engage, and Gideon Drotschie thought he was doing the smart thing by staying too far on the outside, coming in, landing the occasional leg kick, but he cannot do that again just purely from a fan's perspective. He's got a lot of people that he has to now go and prove wrong. So he has to engage, he has to come forward, he has to attack, and Champion Dalcha is also not going to keep the distance. He likes to close the gap. He likes to fight in that clinch position to get in quite close and use his judo from there.
Now he's changed camps, so that's going to be interesting. Champion Dalcha no longer with Dragon Power, split up there with Quentin Chong. What's a new Champion Dalcha going to be like? And talk about him changing camps. Obviously, that's going to be very crucial in this lead up to the fight.
It's generally a big thing, and some people don't really understand it. Now for this guy out there in the middle, he's used to hearing a certain voice. In between all the craziness and the mumbling in the crowd, you hear the certain voice of your coach, and we've seen a couple of times, it takes a couple of guys 2 or 3 fights before they're really comfortable in the new coach and the new camp. But again, we see guys that move over to other camps and they come out and they are better for it 100%.
Oh, you don't want to miss it. EFC 45 from Cape Town, November 7th, Drotschie versus Dalcha. It's going to be fireworks.
On the 7th of November, the most dominant heavyweight champion in EFC history makes his light heavyweight hexagon debut.
We know all about Ruan Potts' heavyweight credentials when it comes to the EFC, and one of the most dominant champions that there's ever been. But there's always been a lot of people and a lot of voices out there saying that he should have been at light heavyweight the entire time. He's a trim figure. He's not a real big heavyweight. And now once he goes down in a weight class, just imagine how dangerous he's really going to be. Ruan Potts could be the man in light heavyweight here in the EFC.
Ruan Potts was seen by many as the EFC's most elite athlete, and he controlled the heavyweight division with an iron grip. After relinquishing his heavyweight title to learn valuable lessons competing overseas, Potts returned to the organization and faced the current heavyweight champion, Cyril Asker.
It's time for Cyril Asker, the young Frenchman, taking on South Africa's own Ruan Fangzz Potts.
Now he's coming down with the elbows from the top position.
He's got that leg. He's going to go for that leg if he doesn't get the ground and pound.
Potts is landing on Asker.
The former champ looking to finish the fight.
Potts controlled the fight in the start and looked as dangerous as he ever did before. But an injury during the first round prevented the former champion from continuing the fight.
Unfortunately, he broke my nose. At the end of the day, there's 2 ways of breaking a nose, and I've got no excuses. That's part of the game. You do what you can to win the fight. And I literally, I started struggling breathing towards the end of the round, and I couldn't come out the second round. Literally everything just shut down. So no excuses. Well done to Cyril.
Ruan Potts looks absolutely spent. Is he going to continue?
It looks like he's done. Potts verbally submits Cyril Asker. There's a new sheriff in the heavyweight division.
With regards to not coming out in the second round, I mean, you guys know I show heart with everything, from USC to EFC. It had nothing to do with heart tonight. Literally, I couldn't breathe.
He said his body started to seize up because he wasn't getting air, so he could feel it. So, call me stupid, call him stupid, but if he went out again, who knows, he may have been badly injured. So to me, he did the wise thing, and that's the most important to me.
After that loss, Potts moved to Team CIT, one of the most successful gyms in South Africa, where he decided to start his new journey and make the massive cut to light heavyweight.
Something exciting, something different, and that's what I wanted. Something a bit to liven it up for myself, to liven up the training, and to liven up, everything more. Get a bit faster, work on a couple of other aspects that the lighterweights can do that the heavyweights possibly can't do. So that's the reason.
Making a weight cut like this after always fighting at heavyweight is going to be very crucial for Ruan Potts, and the way that he handles that is going to be very essential to his success. Going to be very interesting to see how his cardio does. We saw it in a few of his last matchups. Maybe his cardio wasn't the best. Is this going to hurt it even more? Or is he going to do this the right way? Is the weight cut going to be great? Is he going to be a well-oiled machine when he steps in with Tumelo Maphutha?
Tumelo The Truck Maphutha!
He's got one of the biggest, hardest right hands in the game. Holds the record for the fastest knockout in the history of EFC. Tumelo Maphutha! Oh my goodness! Maphutha now unloading, Krieger's in trouble. Maphutha kicking and punching.
Over a minute remains here. This is not good for Kruger.
This is a bad spot. A big kick by Maphutha. Kruger goes down.
He's got to defend himself here.
Hold of his leg.
After a disappointing and lackluster #1 contender fight at EFC 39 against Gideon Drotschie, Tumelo Maphutha was desperate to prove to the EFC and to his fans that he was still the most dangerous prospect in the division. And at EFC 42, he got the perfect opportunity.
Tumelo Maphutha we saw in his last matchup with Flicker. Wow, we saw the old Tumelo Maphutha, the truck. The thing that we've always wanted to see from him is that's that aggressiveness. He brought it back, and he had an incredible finish of Mark Flicker, who was actually favored to win that matchup.
Tumelo's looking to finish here. Puts combinations together, one after the other. Flicker's in trouble.
This is the Tumelo Maphutha people have been waiting for to see, and now he is putting it to punishment. How's this for a fight, people? The truck is back on the road.
Now he steps in with probably a first ballot EFC Hall of Famer in Ruan Fangzz, a two-time heavyweight champion and an incredible fighter. And this is the biggest fight in his career. Will he rise to the occasion? Will he continue that momentum? And will he step into the title contention once again?
This is actually a big fight for me. It's a huge fight because of definitely that I know that when I win this fight, the title shot for me. So I'm gonna have to, it mustn't be just a win. It must be an impressive fight.
Tumelo is more motivated than Potts. That's all I can say. He's got a lot more to prove than Potts. That's why I feel that he's gonna win this. I think second round at most. He's gonna knock out Potts.
He doesn't have a jaw at all. If he doesn't keep his head up, I'm gonna knock him out.
Two potential light heavyweight title contenders will collide for the first time as the former heavyweight champion, Ruan Potts, looks to make his mark on his new division and takes on the hardest-hitting man in the organization, Tumelo Maphutha.
An intriguing matchup at EFC 45 in Cape Town is going to be the debut of Ruan Potts at light heavyweight, taking on the hard-hitting Tumelo Maphutha. What a fight this is going to be. I'm very excited about this for so many reasons. Maphutha looked so awesome in his last fight, finishing off Mark Flicker. Nobody saw that one coming. And then Ruan Potts coming off a few losses, but this could be the best change in his career going down to that 205 class.
Well, he was always quite a big natural heavyweight, and following him on social media, seeing the weight is actually coming off and he's training very, very hard. Tumelo Maphutha, like you said, he looked incredible in his last fight, and it's something we've been saying over the years, time and again. As soon as he actually lets his hands go and puts combinations together, he's going to be very hard to stop, and we saw that in the Flicker fight. He looked incredible.
He's felt the power, and he's not liking that.
Could be over.
Tumelo's looking to finish here. Puts combinations together, one after the other. Flicker's in trouble. Head is shaking.
It could
Tumelo
be
is
stopped.
throwing.
He may stop this fight
Tumelo
without him actually going down.
It's getting through the defenses. Mark Flicker's holding on.
This is the Tumelo Maphutha people have been waiting for to see, and now he is putting it to punishment. How's this for a fight, people?
Ruan Potts, like you said, he came off a couple of losses, and more often than not, a guy drops down the weight. They've sort of refocused, relooked, new division, new challenges, new people to fight. It can really reignite their career.
There gets the submission. Ruan Potts just too good, too clinical for Ricky Masholas. Straight to the ground. Pushes up, might go for a leg. Dives for a leg. He's got. And he's got the victory.
My goodness. Just 28 seconds.
Potts is trying to land elbows. Landing big shots as Ruan Potts is looking to finish.
We're going to finish this one. Mikishi's cut up. It looks like it could all be over.
This is an incredibly important fight for Ruan Potts. I mean, considering what he's coming from right now, this is a guy that's a two-time champion, and now he's coming off a few losses here. How important is it for him to get back on track?
it's a must-win fight for him. There's absolutely no doubt. He has to win, and he has to win convincingly for him to have his career go up a notch and potentially challenge for the title in that division.
What about the new camp? What about the new camp there at CIT? I mean, this could totally change Ruan Potts for the better, right? I mean, they have a fantastic team of their Morne Visser and the whole crew at CIT.
And another thing to keep in mind, Tumelo Maphutha, for the vast majority of his entire career through kickboxing and MMA, he spent his time in that camp. So these guys will know what his little tricks are. They know his weaknesses, they know his strengths. So for Ruan to be in that particular camp, which is a very, very good, very strong camp, it can only be good for him.
An incredible contrast of styles. Truly a matchup you don't want to miss when Ruan Fangzz Potts takes on Tumelo The Truck Maphutha at EFC 45.
On the 7th of November, giants will collide. This is EFC 45. The former light heavyweight champion, Gideon Drotschie, is on the warpath as he prepares to clash with the former title contender and DRC powerhouse, Champion Dalcha. Plus, the former heavyweight champion, Ruan Potts, will make his debut at light heavyweight as he looks to dismantle the knockout king, Tumelo Maphutha. And the Polish colossal, Tomasz Kowalkowski, will be aiming for another dominant KO win as he goes head-to-head with the former heavyweight champion, Brendon Groenewald. EFC 45, 7 November, Grand West, Cape Town. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.